Natural Progressive here. Just wondering how y'all's Thanksgiving went. Um, any political discussions? I know our family kind of got into it. I'm kind of the only um, progressive uh, in my side of the family. It's a little nuts when they start talking about the caravan and all the rhetoric that Fox News puts out, and it's so hard unpacking every issue with them, trying to point to the actual facts. And our particular discussion was, yeah, a lot about the caravan, and I was told by my sister that everyone in the caravan is violent. They're either MS-13 or they're terrorists, and they're really violent, causing violence. And I'm like, well, I didn't see that. And she said, there's a video. So she tried to look it up and couldn't find it immediately. So she's just, yeah, it's suppression, censorship for the right wing. Um, and I'm trying to tell her, yeah, there's suppression on any side that's not establishment. But I hadn't heard the caravan was violent. And so I went in, and this is what everyone should do. You need to go and actually research if someone's bringing a counterpoint and you're not familiar with the facts of that counterpoint. I would go in and research it. So I did, and I found an article on a violent outbreak that had to do with the caravan, but it was in Tijuana, and it was just because the people in the caravan didn't want to be separated from their group because they wanted have solidarity within their group, and the residents of Tijuana wanted them um, to be in the shelters that were provided, but the shelters seemed more like prison. There's curfews. There's a lot of restrictions. So a lot of the caravan people were hesitant um, to go into the shelters. One, for they didn't want to be separated from their group and lose the solidarity of the group coming through. Two, they didn't want to have all the restrictions of being in the shelter. That they said it was more like a jail or a prison. So kind of understand that, but it was the residents that caused the uprising, the uproar. I guess they were staying on a beach. The caravan members kind of made a makeshift campsite on the beach, and they didn't like that. So that's what caused the violent outbreak. It lasted like 3 hours, but other than that, the caravan's been very, very peaceful, and there it has been no proof that there is any violent criminals in the caravan. They're all running from a situation that the U.S. has mostly caused through war or the drug war. Either way, they're just escaping um, issues at home. If they can't turn around, go home, and be safe. So that was a fun conversation, and I didn't look at those facts till afterwards. But now I have more things to discuss when I see my sister next. You kind of just that one thing at a time with the big Trump supporters and the people that watch um, the Fox News rhetoric about all the issues. I mean, socialist, socialist, socialist. I mean, I wish they'd stop throwing that. We don't want to be a socialist country, and it's like, okay, do you even know what socialism is? I don't think you have a clue. So you don't want the police department, you don't want libraries, you don't want any of that. Um, that doesn't make any sense because my sister's son is a police officer. That's a socialist organization within the government. And just having one more socialized program is not going to make our whole country a socialist country. And uh, explaining the difference between communists and socialists and democratic socialism and social democracy is way beyond their comprehension. So it's really, really frustrating. And I'm sure a lot of you have had interesting Thanksgiving dinner conversation, and I'd like to hear about them in the comments because that's always fun. Um, so please tell me about yours. that was my particular one. Anyway, I just got done with an interview with Graham Elwood, and we talked about the medicinal marijuana initiative that was passed, and all the issues with the LDS Church getting involved in rewriting the legislation after it overwhelmingly passed by 53%, and what the voters voted on is not going to be put into place. But anyway, watch that interview with Graham Elwood because I love Graham Elwood. He's awesome and he has a good understanding of what's going on. But I just wanted to see how y'all's Thanksgiving went. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And remember, it's not a great holiday for the Native Americans. So I always try to watch a video or something about the oppression of the Native Americans, like the genocide of the Native Americans around Thanksgiving, because it just reminds me of the falsehoods that the whole Thanksgiving holiday is based on, and a really good video to watch. What I watched again was Dakota 38, which it's more around the holiday of Christmas because President Lincoln on this around December, it was, I think it was December 26th, 28th, I don't know. Anyway, that's when he declared that holiday, I think. Has something to do with the Christmas holiday, but it's right around Christmas where they had the largest mass prosecution, capital prosecution. It was a hanging of 38 Dakota warriors. And after everything they've done to the Native Americans, that was just amazingly disgusting, and everyone should know that history. Um, Also, the true story of Thanksgiving would be a good one. I watched that one too. Um, it's not all fun. It's not all something to be thankful for, but hopefully y'all think about the Native Americans and what they've been through, what we put them through, and then also consider that we are all immigrants except for the Native Americans. So tying that back into the caravan, I don't understand how people can complain about immigrants after what we did to the Native Americans. Anyway, hope you all had a very good time. Hopefully there wasn't too many political battles at your family dinner. Um, Luckily ours was short-lived and ended on a good note. A little bit more understanding, but could be better. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.